Hey everybody, we're back at New Smyrna Beach. Hopefully we can get a whiting. We've been here 3 hours and only got one bite, so I don't know what's going to happen today. But if we can get a whiting, maybe we can get some bluefish or a shark, so let's see. Here's the setup for today. The light shark rod on the left. Right now I got a sand perch rig with the Fishbites on it. One bite over 5 hours. And she's only got one bite on her little bait rod, and that's it. So we're still looking for a whiting, and we can still get the bluefish or maybe a shark. We just got to stay motivated. We have been here forever, and she finally caught one. Probably just a little dinky whiting, which is exactly what it is. Wow, we've been here 6.5 hours. All right, I'm gonna put the 660 bluefish rig on, and I guess we're gonna fish until it gets dark. Good job. Okay, instead of the 660 rig, I'm gonna put that 80 gorilla hook, and that's a relatively small piece. But if we hook a shark with the gorilla hook, we got a much better chance than with the 660 rig. Even though we did catch two 5.5-foot black tips on it. Now we're going to be staying. Well, all this time we've been here, and now she's got another one. So we didn't catch the first fish. It was a little bit more than 6.5 hours. I got the little piece of cut whiting, and I think I'm going to leave the gorilla hook on for now. And it's just a dinky whiting, but wow. He's better than the other one. All right, good job. I'm going to keep him. If we get any more, we can let him go, because now I got plenty of bait. Wow, the park closes at 6 o'clock. And I guess we're going to stay as long as we can. Well, we got the two whiting at the 6.5 hour mark. And now we're at the 8 hour mark, and she got a couple of bites after that, and then they just stopped. So what we do on days like this is we're gonna fish about another hour or so just to try to catch whiting to bring home and freeze to use for shark or bluefish bait the next time we go. We haven't done that since we started the channel. The fishing hasn't been slow enough to justify bringing those whiting home. But now that's what we're fishing for today, if she can get one or two more whiting. All right, well, the light shark rod's still out there. We're approaching the 9 hour mark. Oh, hey, bite. Hey, it's a bluefish. By the time she gets here, hey, bluefish, run, run, run. Yeah. I was just telling him it's got 45 minutes left and it's done. Tighten up the drag a little bit. Half a turn. And then stick the hell out of that thing. That's a big chunk for the bluefish. We're just struggling all these trips. And everybody's had trips like this. But it's one thing to come to the beach and have a bad day. It's another one to film it. But we told you we're filming every trip, so I bet you they yanked that piece off of there. All right, go ahead, put it in the pipe, and I'm going to check the bait. The surf hasn't been too bad today. And it's been a little bit of wind, but that's okay. But the current has been bad since we got here early in the morning. But it's fishable with the spider weights. If you didn't have the spider weights, you couldn't fish today. I was using a 5-ounce weight on the sand perch rig that I had hooked up to the light shark rod for about 6.5 hours today. And it would just wash it right down the beach, so I had to put a spider weight just to use the fish bites. There's tiny little pieces of grass And if a tiny little bit gets on your line, it'll lift the spider weight and wash them down the beach. But without the spider weights, you ain't doing nothing today. Well, I brought the big Tika and our second BG 8000, and that was going to be the main shark rod today, but we never got any bait to use it. I just threw that 8.0 hook on the light shark rod, because if I hook this rod up with one of those big Mutu circle hooks, I would not want to leave and it would get dark here. So I need to get the shark rods in the water. We got those whiting heads and a couple of pieces of meat. That might help us out on the next trip. Oh, she's got another whiting. She's fishing for bait for the next trip. All right, good job. I'm gonna cut him up and put him in the little Ziploc bag. We only got about 15 minutes left on the light shark rod, and then he's gonna be put up. All right, so here's the little pieces of whiting cut up in the bag. So we got 3 whiting heads. One of them's a decent size. So now I know that I'm gonna get a shark rod out the next time we go. And we've probably caught 5 or 6 nice black tips on frozen whiting heads. But since we've started the channel, it's never been slow enough to where we brought these home. So let's hope the rest of the year isn't like this. Okay, that's whiting number 4. Go ahead and let him go. We already got plenty for the next trip anyway. All right, good job. The whiting weren't there earlier. That's why we weren't catching them or getting any bites.
I was just reeling in and it grabbed it.
It grabbed it when you was reeling it in? We'll take whatever we can get. All right, I'm putting the light shark rod up. We're at the 9-hour mark. And you can see where the bluefish kind of nipped at that. The sun's going down, and we might have another 30-45 minutes because she's still catching those whiting. Wow, she's catching them now. Even though that's a super dinky one. That's okay. What's that, number 5?
Yeah.
She's probably got at least 30 minutes to go too. I'll be packing everything up. Usually the last thing we put up is the shark rod. Today it's going to be her little bait rod. All right, we're wrapping it up. Another long trip, 9.5 hours. We got 5 whiting, and we were lucky to get those. We went 6.5 hours without a bite. So we'll take what we can get. We're bringing some whiting heads and some meat home, so we got some shark bait for the next trip.